PhD scholar from University Malaysia Sultan Qaboos. At the same time, I'm doing my teaching English as lecturer in English at Dogme University, Saudi Arabia, since last 13 years. So the topic of my research paper is Dogme ELT method inclusions outcome in the engineering EFL learner English speaking classes. So basically, this has a Dogme ELT method in the speaking skill class in Dogme University, Saudi Arabia. The outline of the research today is the introduction to the research, the English speaking skill, ELT methods, Dogme ELT method, problem statement, research question, and research objective. Then I'll talk about the research methodology like research design, sample and population, research instrument validity and reliability, data collection and analysis procedure, and finally the finding of quantitative data and qualitative data and discussion. This is a mixed method study for research paper. So first of all, the English language is important and taught as foreign language in Saudi Arabia. All the students must study English for 1 year when they enter in the college for BS program. So the whatever specialization they are going to do, like medical, engineering, IT, or in business, other field of studies, they must complete their first year with English language as a foreign language, English as a foreign language. They have to complete, and they must be proficient, and they should be like C or B1 levels. At least they should have like 4.5 or 5 grades in Baines and IELTS. Something. So as we know that teaching method which has been used in English language, like grammar translation method, very traditional method, translating the content and the material from the language, English to the target language, just the native language of the students. Then the redirect method was the contradictory to grammar translation method to teach English in English directly. So then the audiolingual methods and communicative language teaching method that focuses on the repetition of the some behavior, and at the same time the communicative language is something like to teach just for the purpose of communication. Then the task-based learning, to give the student tasks and they have to go outside like in the market, in the restaurants to perform the task. And finally there are other total physical response, other methods, but main methods are these one. Then Dogme ELT method, it was introduced in the year 2000 by Scott Thornbury. He was impressed by a French film, Dogme 95, and he had the view that the language should happen in the class rather than teaching material from other external material to the student. So he gave the idea in 2000. Then in 2009, he and Maring and Thornbury, they published a book, Dogme ELT, for English language teaching class. And this method has 3 core concepts. First one is conversation driven. It discusses the language should be learned through discussion. Language should happen in the class and through the discussion and conversation rather than teaching students the inductively or deductively. So language should happen in the class. Then the second core concept is material light. Material light, it means the material should be brought to the class by the student, chosen by the teacher. Teacher's role is scaffolder. Students should view that material, and they should then language focus on emergent language. Language should emerge from the discussion. Language should emerge from the classroom activities, classroom participation, interaction, questioning, different classroom techniques, rather than teach them inductively or deductively material from the other cultures or other resources where students may not personalize or connect to their culture. Then, so this method encourages these 3 core concepts: conversation driven, material light, and focus on the emergent language. Why this problem this is a problem in research field? The previous research showed that Saudi EFL learners are facing English speaking problems, the research in 2021. Another research also showed that Saudi EFL classes are more teacher-centered, syllabus topic and teaching material is not relevant to the students. So most of the material from other cultures, other resources, so they may not be relevant. For example, being an ELT instructor lecturer in Saudi Arabia since last 13 years, student, for example, the example is given like ads, example is given like volunteering, an example is given like being entrepreneurship, all the books from other cultures, and students may not relate it. Even sometimes because of the language barrier, they cannot even correctly pronounce the word, how to use the word exactly, and so student cannot relate. When so this problem exists, and when the students are given the material of their interest, about their culture, about their background, and about their personal interest, so they may relate it well. Instead of processing in another language, they may relate it easily and then use it. So the gaps, the Dogme has recently developed teaching method. Language educators are advised to apply it in their classes. The recent research in 2023 suggested that this method should be applied in the language teaching